Hey everybody, Aaron Blaise here, and I've got another short video for you today with Aaron's art tips. I want to talk about the Symmetry Brush in Photoshop. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun. It's really cool to create creatures with. So that's what I want to focus on tonight. I want to show you guys how to make creatures with your Symmetry Brush. So let's go ahead and jump over. So here we are. I've got a little document put up, and as you guys know, I always like to start with gray. Starting on white always bugs me. So I've got a gray background, I've got a layer on top, I've got my brush chosen, and now I'm going to come up here. If you look at the top, right up here, there's an icon. It looks like a little butterfly. If I click on it, it gives me a whole list of patterns for symmetry. And what I mean by symmetry, I'll show you. I've got a vertical right here, and I'm going to go ahead and stretch this all the way up, stretch it down here. And now, if I hit return, when I grab my brush, I can draw, and it's going to give me a symmetrical design. Isn't that cool? Now watch this. I'm going to create a new layer. I'm going to turn off symmetry. Now I want to go to, let's do a dual axis. What happens when I do that? Well, I'll show you. It's very, very cool. It draws in a dual axis. Now you can see it's a little bit slower. The brush I'm using, it has to think quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a brush that's a little less complex. But look at that, you can do all kinds of cool designs. So if you ever want to make a medallion or something like that, you can make a medallion, you know, just using your symmetry brush. It's very cool. So let's jump over to, I'm going to go back to my vertical symmetry, and we're going to stretch that right out. I'm going to hit return. And I am going to grab my brush again. This time I'm going to go back to my other brush. I like that brush. And I want to start creating a creature. Now what's fun about that is I can either just do a scribble. And you know, you ever do that, like when you're a kid in school and you just do scribbles and you see if it looks like something, you know, and then you come up with that. And that kind of, you can see that there's two eyes here, and you know, it's kind of fun to do that. Well, I like to do it a little more controlled than that. And so here, I want to create a creature, maybe. Let's just see. I still want to keep it loose, but maybe I've got a creature now that, you know, it's got an eye out here. And you can see, all I have to do is worry about one side, and I've got automatic symmetry right here. That's what it's really kind of fun. So maybe we got this, he's got a couple of lumps on his head. So we've got an eye that comes down here, and maybe, you know, as the bone structure comes down, we got this is the major eye. This is maybe back here is a secondary eye that detects movement, let's say. And this is our main eye right here that sits in the socket. All nice and cozy. But it's a lot of fun to use this symmetry brush. And if you don't like it, you can just erase it. Look at there. So I don't like that mouth. I want to do something a little more crazy. Like so. There we go. It comes down into a big gullet. Let's see if we can shrink it. Shrink it right down. Look at that. Right on the center. We're back to center again. Look at that. Now we got a nice strong neck. Big kind of lizard looking weird guy. Let's see what kind of ears he might have. Once again, keeping the symmetry going. Almost looks like a four-eyed gremlin. I got Dustin filming here. What do you think, Dustin? Looks like a gremlin?
Oh yeah, definitely like a gremlin, but with either it looks like a gremlin with four eyes, or it looks like some sort of like lizard, frog-like creature with giant nose.
Yeah. Well, this is the nose right here.
Yeah, but these two look like, an extra pair of noses or like headlights or something.
Yeah, see, this here is going to be his eyes. Those are going to be eyes, baby. So now that we got that, you see, I don't have to worry about making both sides match. You know, so if you're just doing like a front-on view of something, this symmetry brush works out so cool. Maybe you've got some designs on him that are symmetrical, like so. But then I can go up and I can turn my symmetry off And now I can go back in and draw and not worry about the symmetry. Boom. See there? It's pretty cool. So here he's casting a little bit of a shadow. And this one's a little goofy looking, but you can come up with all kinds of different ideas. You know? Let's go ahead and add a pupil up here. Let's turn our symmetry back on. Our vertical symmetry. We're going to hit OK. There. So we got these 4 eyes on this kind of fun looking creature. Let's go ahead and I'm going to add color. And even when we have color, we can have symmetry there as well. Okay, so I've redone the symmetry. I'm going to go ahead and grab, let's just go typical. Let's just go green. We know he's probably some kind of green frog man. We'll just do something kind of typical here. But what's cool is I just have to worry about one side of it, see? There's our creature, really done really quickly using that symmetry brush. So have some fun with that, because it's a lot of fun just to explore and just see what you come up with. And you know, try scribbles, try being a little more controlled like I just did. Try all kinds of stuff. You'll enjoy it. It's a lot of fun playing with this thing. So anyway, I hope you learned something. Try your symmetry brush. It's a lot of fun. And go out and put some beauty back into the world. That's what we do as artists. And I'll talk to you next time. Thanks. Bye.